Hi everybody, Golden Era Bookworm here, and a great package has arrived from the UK from a good friend who has sold me the collection from Steve Reeves as well as other pieces. I guess the highlight here has to be, well, there's a few highlights really. We've got the 1947 Mr. America belt from Steve Reeves, his original belt. It really is a masterpiece, and I can also tell how tiny his waist was actually. As he used to wear this, and I'll talk a little bit about this in a minute. We've got back here a signed Larry Scott photo when he was kind of doing his comeback in the late 70s and early 80s. That's quite rare to have an actual autographed photo from Larry Scott. And I've also got here an Arnold Schwarzenegger original and official museum trophy, just like the statue. It's a replica of the statue of his famous three-quarter back pose that is actually standing outside his house, which has now become a museum. So let's go through these pieces. As I've mentioned in my last video on the Reeves collection, the 1947 Mr. America belt was handed to Steve Reeves during the 1996 AAU Mr. America competition in Church Falls, Virginia, USA. So that's the story behind that. And yeah, it's a beautiful black belt with the golden embroidery 1947, white and gold Mr. America written there with Steve Reeves. I can tell it's a bit used and smelly with sweat and stuff. So that's Steve Reeves' sweat. It's freaking awesome. You know, it's gonna go in my collection of belts. Really happy. This really is a one-off piece. Nobody else can say they have such a piece. And yeah, just be really happy to be owning it now with the rest of the belts that I have. Forgot to mention that the Steve Reeves belt was of course from Car Dealer Weight Belts from Steve himself. So Steve, you did a great job, gotta admit, on a Steve Reeves belt. As I mentioned, that's a quite a rare autographed photo of Larry Scott. He had retired after the second Mr. Olympia in 1966, where he decided to focus more on his family and on his religion, as he was a Mormon. Was, I say, of course, because he's gone now, he's no longer with us. But then the bodybuilding bug kind of bit him again, and he kind of got back into it in the late 70s, and this is one of those shots. And that's when he started coming out with his biophase program. And obviously this is probably, I would say this photo is probably from the 80s actually. I would say that he was traveling quite a lot around the world, and doing seminars and all those kinds of things, attending bodybuilding shows, and this would have been autographed at that time. And as I mentioned, this is the official, I would say it's about maybe 5 inches tall, 5 inches tall, or about 15 centimeters tall, Arnold statue. It's quite a nice piece. From what I understand, it's made out of resin. You got this bronze finishing. You can see the official Arnold Schwarzenegger Museum. And as I said, it's a replica of Arnold's statue. You see it's not that big when you compare it against my hand. And that's the actual statue as you see it. And you can imagine this is the laptop is his house. It's like that. So the statue sits outside of his house. It's quite famous, of course. It's Arnold's pose, isn't it? And as you walk in towards the house, you can actually see this side of it. I am going to the Arnold Museum this year, and you will see it on my channel. I'll be actually hopefully meeting up with Arnold's school friend who actually founded the museum, Peter Erdl. I'll be talking about that on my channel too. So yeah, that's the official Arnold, you could say this is a little trophy really, or a replica of his statue. So yeah, that's a short video today, just showing off what came in the mail today. It is a beautiful collection. Of course, I'm going to be putting these up, and hopefully you'll see the Arnold statue behind me. I'll be putting the belt in the gym along with all these other autograph belts I've got now. Nice collection. Yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so yet, leave me a comment, and yeah, that's it. This is the Golden Era Bookworm saying bye for now. Head to www.goldenerabookworm.com for the biggest range of classic old school bodybuilding books as ebooks, e-magazines such as Iron Man and Reg Park Journal, high quality bodybuilding posters of the Golden Era stars, merchandise and classic gymwear featuring Steve Reeves, Marvin Eder, John Grimmick, Reg Park, and many other Golden Era stars. For those wishing to build a classic physique, lose fat and build muscle, online training is also available. Collectibles such as rare autographed photos from the Golden Era stars are also available, and to collaborate, please get in touch.